Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
We want to say double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone for well. Peace and blessings unto the sincere that switch for the truth. About the four corners of the earth, we want to say shalom to brother, keep pushing. We the GMS Lions of St. Louis Camp. Coming here weekend and we got to prophesy the downfall of America, aka Babylon the Great. And so yesterday was the 4th of July, all right? Which, 250 years where America celebrated its 250-year birthday, being empowered, you know, mainly of having you Israelites in captivity, you know, and what did y'all do? Y'all went out there and popped fireworks, you know, you convinced yourself that it was the Juneteenth after party, you know what I'm saying? And you wasted a shitload of money, again, that you didn't have to spend to afford this man's economy. But what you know, the economy is crashing anyway, so it really doesn't even matter. And all you people out there that haven't repented, the Israelites, 2/3, hey, the Most High is about to get ready and bring brutal judgments on you, specifically. You know, and you white Americans, you know, that think that your country is going to continue to get over, and oh yeah, we're never going to go down. You know, we're never going to go down. Our kingdom is never going to get touched. You know, we're just so great. Our military this, our military that. The Lord is about to humble all you Edomites, man. All right, so we're going to start off with this. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah 47, starting at 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of Chaldeans.
Right, so yeah, there is no throne. Because you modern day Edomites, everyday Edomites, you ain't no better than a nigga now. Alright, you still getting tickets, you get pulled over, and your ass beat by the cops. Alright, you get thrown in jail, and all that. You know, you still subject to taxes and all these payments that the Israelites are subject to. You know, because Edom, so-called white man, he doesn't care about his own people. You just got to be in that circle for the so-called white man to care about you. All right, and all of y'all are realizing that because Donald Trump, he's not doing nothing for you. Okay, America is not going to be great again. All right, it's over. The party's over. It's done. Keep going.
Verse 2. Continue on. It says, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Right, and that goes into being embarrassed. You know? And you got all these other different countries that's saying, yeah, we don't want effeminate men on TV. You had Japan that's saying that they don't want effeminate men on TV. Because damn near every time you watch television, you know, hey, what do you see? You see some damn gay shit in there. Alright? Or you see some type of agenda. Like, it's like, here we go again with this shit. You know? That's how we know that it's a whole agenda to try to get us, to try to get the American people to just accept wickedness. And hey, even Esau's own people, he ain't going for it no more. You know? Does everybody know what you're doing? Alright? Keep going.
Continue on. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. And as for our Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts is his name, and the Holy One of Israel, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Right, and that goes into Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai cracking the clouds. The Lord said he's not going to meet you as a man. Okay, he's going to meet you as an angelic force. Okay, so-called UFOs. Right, according to the scriptures. And you know, you had the Pentagon, you got all these different UFO files coming out, you know, and basically how the technology that the UFOs have, you know, which is really the chariots of Israel, you know, that is literally out of this world. You know, the so-called white man and the rest of the other nations, you are no match for the Heavenly Father and his angelic force, you know. Go ahead.
Continue on. It says, "But thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy."
Right, because the so-called white man showed our people literally no mercy. You know, like all those different artifacts coming out about the, you know, the Russian black icons. You know, President Putin put that out there. Okay, which we didn't even need you to do that because we already knew that from the beginning. You know, starting off with our apostles and elders. Because the men of the Lord been on the streets since what, 69? You know, early 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, all the way to present day. You know, proclaiming the truth. And that's the reason why these Edomites, they scrambling to try to pass these different laws to try to silence the truth. You know, how like they passed the C9 bill in Canada. It's basically saying that you can't teach the Bible. You know, in which I actually did a video on that. That's what it all boils down to. Is because they see the men of the Lord on the highways and the byways, you know, teaching, you know, whether they in Great Millstone or not, they still teaching Israel, all right, and they see that it's having a big impact on these people, you know, and these Edomites, and they feeling insecure because they figuring out that the Lord don't love their ass, all right, so yeah, so that's why they are passing these bills because they trying to drown out the truth, but that's not gonna work. The truth is already out there, man.
And ever since the truth came upon the scenes in 1969, from that point on out, America has been circled the drain from that point on out. You know, because America was in its prime age around the 1940s, well, previous
50s,
to
yeah.
1950s, all the way to 1969. Man.
Right,
You know?
and that's when the moon landing was fake. Because they was at the pinnacle of lies, all right. But you know that was their downfall. Okay, just everything just went down from then on out.
Continue on. This is the book of Isaiah 47. Continue on to verse 6. "I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy upon the ancient, hast thou very, very heavily laid thy yoke. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, and so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it."
Right. Yeah, because a lot of you Americans, you white people, you didn't believe that you was gonna have to pay for the crimes of your forefathers. You know, but hey, there's a such thing called reincarnation. You are your forefathers coming back.
That's right.
The Most High judge you in the third and the fourth generation. Okay? So all y'all reap the benefits of what your wicked, butt-breaking, PDF file, weird fetishes, cannibalistic forefathers did. You know, they was making belts out of our people's skins and leather couches, you know. Right. Yeah, taking our froze and stuffing them in pillows and shit. All right. Yeah, when they hung Nat Turner, they ate him after that. You know.
That's how you know this man is a cave dweller, man. That's some shit cavemen would do, or cave people would do.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you eat. That's your heritage, man. When you was in them damn mountains of Caucasus, man, you was eating each other, man. You was committing cannibalism in them damn caves, man. And now you ruling in power right now. And look, you still doing that shit. Look what you was doing on those Steen Islands, man. Eating children and shit, man. You know, you ain't changed not one bit, man.
We're trying to paint Jake as an image of savages and trying to say gas savage and this and that.
Right.
You the real savage.
Right, because here it is, you would display Jake's wickedness all over the media, but you were yet to display all the shit your people do. They gotta literally pay billions of dollars just to hide the wickedness they do, man. That's how you know you a wicked ass people, because you gotta pay money just to hide your wickedness, man.
That's right.
Jake learned that from you. What you just read, Lord say he polluted his inheritance.
Man.
Our people been around you heathens too damn long, especially you Edomites, man. They picked up your ways, man, and your the way you do things, man.
Yeah,
your wickedness.
Look at Ha Davis.
Yeah,
You know,
oh,
like
man.
yeah, like when he went in he basically cucked himself.
Yeah.
You know, that's the shit that the so-called white man get off on. You know, he actually gets off on his woman dealing with another man in front of him. Okay? Like how fucking psychotic do you gotta be to do that? Alright? And you got our people, like I said, that's doing the same thing. He like, man, I never do it again, man. I was messed up for like 3 days. I'm like, yeah, I bet you was, nigga. You know, that's right. Yeah, seeing your woman get cracked by another G. Right.
Man enough to handle.
Yeah.
Saying that that's what a man is about.
Right. What the hell? And yeah, that nigga, he was actually making fun of World War III, you know, fighting in World War III. You know, Jake think everything a joke, man. Jake don't take this true serious.
It's gonna come a point in time where the Lord is literally gonna take all you people's smiles off your damn face, man. Because the shit that's gonna come down this pipe, man, you're gonna literally see terror and fear in these people's eyes, man.
Right.
When their life is not guaranteed, man. You know, because the Lord said what in Psalms 91, behold with thine eyes shall you see the reward of the wicked, man. Literally, we gonna see people petrified at the judgment that's going out. But the Lord said what for us? We shall laugh at the destruction, man. You know?
Just like yesterday, me and the brother 9 Mile was out of camp during the storm. Everybody was scrambling, running around, trying to get shelter and everything like that. Me and the brother, we just sitting up under there chilling, bringing out the scriptures. He's like, yeah, this is how it's gonna be in Jacob's trouble. This is how it's gonna be when this whole society crumbles, man. Everybody gonna be scrambling, running around, trying to figure out, what do we do now? What do we do now? Where do we go? What is this going to do? We just gonna be looking at them like, look at these dummies. Didn't listen. Didn't know. You knew, but you chose not to listen. Y'all call us crazy. Y'all call us, you know what I'm saying, weird, dumb, stupid. Then everything we talk to we're telling you about, when it happens, you're gonna be asked out that day.
Right.
Continue on, verse 7. And it says, therefore, hear now this that are given to pleasures. Thou that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thy enchantments.
Right, see, the multitude of thy sorceries. Okay, sorcery goes into what? Witchcraft. Okay, this place is built off of witchcraft. Alright, so you think that Yahweh Shemel Shah is not going to visit this place? You know, all these different kingdoms that came before America, that they all did the same thing. And guess where they at now? They fucking either not inhabitable or they fucking tourist sites. You know? And yeah, this place it's gonna be both. It's gonna be not inhabitable and a damn tourist site.
Yeah, this is going to be a memorial of Ephraim found out with Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. Because the Lord literally about to turn every part of Babylon, aka America, into a desert, man.
Right.
You know how pissed off the Lord is, man, that it have to turn the whole country into a damn desert, man. That means you pissed the Lord off. And it's going to be a perfect balance, too, man. Because guess what? Other parts not going to be on fire, but just America, man.
That's right.
Right. I got a precept. This is the book of Obadiah. It's only one chapter. Chapter 1, starting at the 3rd verse, and it reads, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And it says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou that set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh. Right, so when Esau told that lie talking about that was going to the moon, what the brother brought out, that's when the Heavenly Father started bringing Esau down.
Right.
Okay? And Esau, his pride, just like it is today, has got him to a place where Yahweh Shimei Awashai has to destroy this man and take this man out of power.
Yeah, it's basically the point of no return.
Kind.
You know, because what did the scripture say? We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
Right.
You know? So yeah, it's over.
And all this man's ways is running out, man. His deception, his deceitfulness, his craft, all that witchcraft is running out because the Lord said, look, he's going to lift up that covering cast, man. Now everybody is seeing Babylon for what it is now, man, because his sorcery's not working no more. Like that whole trail derailment, man. Everybody already saying, oh, here we go again. Another bullshit what right here, man. The hand-top fires, everybody, oh shit, here we go again. You know, everybody's on to your game at this point, man.
Yeah, like with the whole, you remember that quote-unquote Edomite lady got stabbed in the train by that one Jake?
Yeah.
So it come to find out that they actually used this same woman in one of the Iranian attacks and said that she got blown up in there, you know?
I think it was Ukraine.
Then I say Iranian, it's like, Ukrainian.
So she's a crisis actor.
Yeah.
Just like that nigga that was on that cruise ship for the Hanson virus, man. Kind of find out this nigga's just an actor, man. Because when you go to his page, man, every time you go to these crisis actors page, man, they don't follow nobody, man. They only got followers, man. You know, that's going to show you that it's something up with them. They are actors, man. They are paid to act these events out, man. Yeah.
You got to preach it.
Yeah,
Right? You got one too. Come on.
This is 2 Peter chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 4. For if Yahweh spared not the angels that sinned, talking about the Israelites, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness,
This flesh.
to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a creature of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So they still finding the sulfur balls over there in their region, man.
That's right.
Lord rain down that fire and brimstone in that place.
That's right.
And Lot's wife is still a pillar over there. It said as an example unto those that after should live ungodly. And this place models itself after Sodom, Egypt, Rome,
Greece,
Babylon.
Yeah.
So what type of judgment is this place going to experience, man?
Look, it would be unrighteous for the Most High not to do it because he did it to other cities.
Right.
See?
Spewed the Canaanites out the land.
Right.
That's how you get spewed out of the land.
That's right.
And this destruction that the Lord is going to bring upon this place, Babylon, is going to be, it's going to top all the other destructions that the Lord brought, man.
That's right.
Because this right here is going to be a memorial, man. It's going to be memorial because the Lord is about to exalt his name in the earth. Because everybody, people of the world forgot who Yahweh Shai is, man. Now y'all about to find out, man, who the Lord is now, man.
You gotta remind you that I was shot.
Right.
That's right.
God.
I was just going to say real quick, just like how, you know, 4th of July just passed, but they had a grand finale event at the end.
Right.
That's where the judgment of Esau Edom going to be, man.
Grand finale.
Because they've been running from judgment. The Heavenly Father basically saved them the best for last. So this is going to be like something you've never seen before.
That's right.
Judgment you've never seen in the earth before, man.
God, the scripture says 200,000. That's the Big Bang, the grand finale. Then ICBM missiles gonna pelt this place.
Just like the brother said with the grand finale, with the fireworks and everything, they start launching all the fireworks off, you know, all fast and shit. That's how it's gonna be with them nukes. It's gonna be getting over there, launched off with the grand finale. It's gonna be just like that.
And the scriptures literally tell you it's going to be a great earthquake, man. That's the Lord showing his fury, man. Literally, people around the world going to feel the destruction from the other side, man.
And they gonna even see the damn smoke. You know, like you got, think about it. You got a 3,000 mass land radius, all right, all gonna be on fire. You think people from other continents not gonna see that? Like people that's in South America and people that's even in different parts of Canada, you know?
They're gonna see that bitch down in Antarctica.
Hey,
It's gonna be televised.
It's funny that, you know, you might say life started with a big bang.
Right.
You know, the world was created with a big bang. The Lord gonna end
End it
the
with a
old
bang.
Yeah.
That's right.
God.
That's right.
You lied so much about it, now the Lord gonna give you exactly that.
That's right.
You good, brother. Going back to Bariala's comment about how when these troubles come and how they kick up and ramp up, it's you up shit's creek, right? So for all you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you know, you better get yourself right. But here at this time, you see the men of the Lord all across the country preaching, right? Through the Spirit to wake you up, so to speak. All right? But there's going to come that time where the Lord is going to laugh at your calamity.
Right.
Okay? So, Proverbs 1 and 20. It reads, wisdom crieth without, she utter her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth the words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And that's how 2/3 of our people are. You're just simple.
That's right.
Right? Because, you know, you're looking at things, you can't gauge the time. You don't understand the signs of the time.
Right.
Okay? And it's right there in front of your face. But you're simple because you go on and you continue on in your folly.
Right. Scripture said they love it.
Yeah.
You know, they love
Right.
being idiots. They love committing wickedness. They love committing adultery. They love eating the foul foods. They love going to church and dancing and people are hollering and falling out.
Right.
You know.
Going
Just
on.
sick.
Oh, Salaki.
I was just saying, yeah, it's sick, man.
Continuing on in verse 22, it reads, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn ye at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. And how's he doing that? By the men of the Lord that you see, that you scoff and mock at.
Right.
Okay? Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set it not all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. So just like the brothers were talking about, when that destruction finally starts firing off, hell, you're gonna be running for your life and you ain't gonna know what to do.
Right.
And look, hey, it's going, the Most High is gonna laugh at you, you know, through his men.
Right.
Okay? All right? Going on, it says, when your fear cometh as desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They were none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof.
Right.
Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices.
Right.
You gotta go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the fruit of their own way.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, I like to say, you're gonna be judged for everything that you did in your body. You know, because there is a penalty for being a sodomite. There is a penalty for being a whore.
Right.
There's a penalty for disrespecting your body. You know, like putting tattoos on it, filling it up with drugs. Okay, there is a penalty for that.
Yeah.
But you 2/3 out there, you don't believe that nothing gonna happen. You know, and that's just how once the Lord got you in a trick bag, because this judgment, like all the brothers been saying, is gonna be the worst judgment in the history of mankind.
Right.
The Lord literally. You said what? God. Yeah. Hey, the Lord literally gonna let loose on all y'all.
There's a penalty for idolatry.
Right.
Because you all are involved in witchcraft, especially you damn nigga women. You into witchcraft. You're Allah, Buddha and
Oh,
Ancestors.
I'm Shun. Who the fuck is
worshiping
that?
the ancestors, and there's a penalty for being a goddamn thief
Right.
and being a liar.
Yeah.
See?
And yeah, it's like it, bro. And yeah, these damn scammers and shit, you know, extortioners. You know what I'm saying? That's right. That's right. Talking about Young Miami spin that.
No, I was just saying for being a Mo as well. You know, Jake, especially the black woman, enables homosexuality.
Sure.
That's right.
Like as if it's something that's profitable.
Right. And then when she it come to find out that her baby daddy or a man that she like is on the down low, you know, she like, oh my God, these niggas are gay.
We're like,
How you got a whole generation?
Said what
I'm
now?
saying you help breed a whole generation of them.
That's right.
wild.
And then this kingdom is so backwards, it demonizes men. And now a lot of men saying, hey, we ain't gonna even deal with y'all women. We just gonna focus on our own, on our own enterprise, whatever it is that we got going on. And y'all on fucking TikTok and Facebook, Instagram having a fit.
now we say it like this. Majority of these women on this over here, they ain't gonna fucking make it.
Right.
Being bluntly honest. You know, now there are sincere believing elect Israelite women out here that will make it, you know. We give those sisters their condolence, I mean their props. But majority of these women, they not going to fucking make it, man. You know? These westernized women, they are filled with demons. Okay, they dealt with many men, you know. It's nothing, they just need to be burnt up, man. Because what's the judgment of a whore? To get burnt up, man.
Right.
Feeling prideful, insecurity. That's right. All of these things, they get, and then now they promote this whole laughing the marriage shit too. You know, they promote, hey, you should marry your Mo best friend now, instead of trying to find a masculine man who is gonna put you under some instructions and leadership, gonna challenge your ass to be a better woman. You know, gonna have you doing shit.
So if you bring death to yourself, essentially, that's what that is.
So with America anyways, she said what? I sit at a queen in almost sorrow, but you're the whore of the earth, so you have to be burned.
They just consumed the father. I had two quick ones. Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh, the Most High power upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh. The Lord will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in the sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So majority of our people are going to be destroyed, and all the heathen nations are going to be destroyed. That's going to be great death on the earth. Great death and mourning.
Jake think my favorite saying, which is really my worst, my least favorite saying from Jake is, oh, I'm good. You know, like, nigga, you ain't gonna be good in that day, man. Oh yeah, ain't nothing happening. All right, the Lord set you up for the okie doke because it was already prophesied that 2/3 of you so-called Negroes as soon as they Americans was gonna die. All right. That's right.
These women, they were dug a hole for themselves and looking for somebody to get them out of it. No, sit there and wait for that judgment, man.
Yeah, sit on the ground.
All that busybody shit, all that men bashing, but men are the very people who you expect them to protect you. And no, man. Hell no.
Yeah, make that make sense, man. You got more?
Yes. Revelation 18 and 3, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. Which means y'all other nations are not innocent. Exactly, not innocent. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, meaning spiritually leave this place, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Here's my point. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High Power has remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she have filled to her double. So this place is going to get major payback for everything that is done throughout its whole existence. Because the Lord has not forgotten anything that you've done.
That's right.
I was holding this as soon as you opened up. This was written back in December 2021. December 2021. It's a paragraph. But it says, the average empire survived 250 years. America's death at death's door. So study shows that an empire survives on average a mere 250 years. Did you know that? To put that in context, the world's oldest person recently died at 124 years old, so she lived nearly half as long as most empires do. Most Americans are unaware of this small but crucial statistic, which may suggest much about our country's future. It is past time for Americans to confront the painful reality that our time as a world superpower may be limited, and it is time to explore how to slow down what frankly is an inevitable at some point, that the United States global domination will not persist indefinitely. This may be difficult to grasp and accept, but it has never been true for any civilization in the past, and it would never be true for any society in the future. So even what the economists are saying, studies show this is it. Okay, America, there's no getting around this. You might as well accept it. But Esau Edom, he ain't gonna do that. He gonna go all out, right? And this is 2nd Ezra 14, talking about time. And another thing, the economists will tell you that every 80 years there's a shift. And it's like, and one of the guys wrote back in the 70s or something, and he said around this time, 2026 would be considered winter, the end, and then, you know, after winter and spring. So basically they already prophesied that this is the time where there's going to be drastic change, but it all goes to the scripture. This is 2nd Ezra 14, 10. He's talking to Ezra. He says, for the world hath lost its youth, and the times begin to wax old. For the world is divided into 12 parts, and the 10th part of it are gone already, and half of a 10th part, meaning 9.5. And it's talking about 1,000 years. Okay? It says, and there remaineth that which is after the half of the 10th part, and therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them that be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. So what the Lord is saying is, the 9.5 representing 9.5, as in 500 years. 500 years to make the 10 was 500 years after Ezra for the Messiah. And we are in 2026, approximately, year of our Lord. So we in the 12th part. So we pretty much overdue. So all the signs are pointing towards the end of Babylon. It's over. And just like the article was saying, it's time for Esau to accept that you are no longer the global dominating power. But Esau's not going to do that. Everything that's happening in the Middle East is a sign that this devil will not accept defeat. You want to know how all this can stop? All they got to do is stop, apologize, pay Iran back to Persia, and head on back. Are they going to do that? Hell no. You think they're going to admit defeat? You think they're going to admit that they lost? They're not going to do that. They're going to go all the way to the end, and then you got Amalek on top of it saying, if we fail and still in the birthright, just know we got something for just about everybody. Samson option. So they're basically telling you, we ain't gonna stop. You need to help us. But if we fail at this, it's gonna be a world war. People gonna get hit with nukes. Right. So they're threatening their way, because that's what the devil does. He threatens his way into the kingdom, When he come up, he don't see himself on the sign, he threatened. Say, well, you gotta put me in there or else it's gonna have to go. You know, that's this devil tripping out, all right, and crashing out that he's now losing his power. And he won't accept the fact that he had his reign. You had your reign, you had your ups, and now you're going straight down. You see? So it's inevitable, man. This place is over with.
But that's further proof that those small hatters over there are not the true people. Because why do you have the need of a Simpson option?
Right.
You know, because you are seeing that you are losing, you just say F it. Everybody just gonna get nuked because they want to bring everybody else down with them. Okay? That's further proof that they are not the people. Because if you were the people, you wouldn't have no need to be able to have no need to just say F it. Everybody gonna get along with you. Peacefully, man.
I can really lose the dice game, man. I'm gonna air this bitch out.
Up the Drake on everybody, man.
Like the guy from Harlem Night.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost fucking. The gun is
Fuck, who was the movie Tupac played in with Omar Epps? Not Juice. It was basketball one.
Above the rim.
Yeah, above the rim. Like that one nigga, I can't even remember his name. Played in Paid in Full.
something wood.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about? I know you talking about.
Wood Hearns.
Wood Hearns.
Yeah. Lost the game, nigga went to go get the gun. Yeah, shoot everybody.
That's how it was. White man can't jump. Oh, y'all hustle me? Okay. I'm about to shoot this whole motherfucker up on the basketball court.
Well,
That's
BB just came out and said that they practice out of the Babylonian Talmud and they attack first. Yeah, that's their little motto. They gonna attack first.
Hey, here it is. He's starting to fight, then saying, I'm defending myself. So then they fight back. Oh, y'all are terrorists. Then you losing. I'm not losing, but evidence proving you losing. I'm not losing. I'm winning. But here it is, you losing. Oh, by the way, if I fail, then let's just say it's gonna be bad for everybody.
Right.
So what do you do with a big ass fucking kid like that? You need your house shot to come and take him out of his power. Right. He ain't gonna be fucking reasoned with, man. He's a damn thief, a crybaby loser, a bitch, an animal, okay, a snake, right?
Can you get Isaiah 9 and 4?
How come? So, Isaiah 9 and 5, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Right, so it's talking about this third world war, right? Because it's not gonna be a lot of fight. It's gonna be a lot of pressing buttons, you know, to let those nuclear missiles come up.
And guess what? The people are going to suffer from it, man. Okay? That's why we out here, you know, making our calling and election sure. Because we don't want to get caught up in that, man. We want to get beamed up into the chariot, man. We don't want those plagues to fall upon us. But the plagues gonna fall upon the people. You know, when the nukes get to flying around, man, guess what? You people gonna wish that you took heed to the message. You so-called blacks, Spanish, the Native Americans, you gonna wish you took heed, man. Because guess what? You gonna become nuke food at that point, man. You know, that's a scary position to be in, man. To become nuke food, man.
That's right.
It's scary.
Yeah, I have one. Let me go back to it. It's talking about judgment coming for Esau, Edom. Go back to that. Lamentations 4 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. The punishment.
I was just saying that's right.
The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And that's what the Lord doing.
Right.
Like I always said, he got an open tab. And that tab about to be collected in a minute.
That's right. Yeah, because hey, this is the last captivity for the nation of Israel. You know, after this is it's gonna be a paradise on earth. You know, and we never gonna go into captivity again. We never gonna sin again. Meaning we never gonna, you know, piss your how about Shmuel Shah off again. Yeah, but we gonna be under the new covenant. That's right. And on top of that, we actually gonna go to the moon in our kingdom, and the other planets that you'll never be able to reach Esau. Because they just think if Esau was to get to another habitable planet, he gonna mess it up too. You know, the same way how you got forever chemicals and trash islands, GMO foods, the animals bleaching themselves. This nigga cutting down the rainforest to make strip malls and shit like that.
I was watching Space Channel, and I remember this from when I was younger. I remember in that episode they was talking about we was able to go to different planets. The first thing they said they was gonna do, they was gonna get the mining. You know, mining the material, the properties out of the planet. It's like, damn, you ain't gonna explore the planet first, nigga? Damn.
Every world that Esau touches, he fucks it up. Whether it's the animal world or the sea world or whatever it is.
The nature world?
Yeah, he fucks it up.
If this nigga had the opportunity to go into the universe, he gonna leave trash everywhere, man. So that's why the Lord said, nah, your ass gonna sit here on earth, man. Because you already polluted the earth. How much more you gonna do the solar system, man? Then the universe, man.
Right, and the other galaxies. Because this ain't the only galaxy. You know, this is the Milky Way galaxy.
Don't have plastic particles in the Andromeda and shit, man. Like, god damn, man.
GMO planets.
Diseases in space and shit.
Yeah, he already done gave he already done gave the ocean syphilis.
Yeah.
Because you having fish that come up that's blind. All right. They got like different like sores and stuff on their body, and that's pretty much the same symptoms as syphilis. You know. That's right.
And a precept.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10 and verse 7. Pride is hateful before Yahweh and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. You know, these devils is proud, and people is starting to hate them because of it, and look at them a certain way because of it, and the Heavenly Father is against you. Your candle is burnt on both ends. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right.
You see, and this birthday of this country, is, hey, you going down, man.
That's right.
You reached around that point where you have to be taken out, man.
Right.
And it's time for a new rulership and the last and righteous rulership, man.
That's right.
The last righteous kingdom, man.
Right, yeah, because hey, this place is too far gone, man. No, there is no turning back after you done did all this wickedness.
They just had their 250th birthday, and we about to start the second half of the year. We're gonna turn some shit up.
That's right. We gotta get out shot. Yeah, and then we gotta get back on track. Precepts.
This is the book of going to your point about if Esau goes into other planets, right? It says this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 14, starting at the 4th verse. It says, "He that gathereth by departing his own soul gathereth for others, that shall spend his goods righteously. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasures in his goods." Right? He turned to earth. You know if he go to other place, he gonna tear that up too, right? Because he's not even good to his own people. Pollute the air, pollute the water.
He's not even good to himself.
Right.
Like what the scripture says. You know, because hey, he's so destructive. And that's why Esau Edom, you got shows like Jackass and stuff. They literally hurt themselves on purpose. because they hate themselves. You know, like what the hell I'm gonna put a damn jumper cables on my goddamn stones for? Huh? You know? Yeah. Jumper cables.
Why it's called jackass.
Yeah. Yeah. Stupid.
That's how this man gets off, man. That's how you know he's.
He cometh not to steal, kill, and destroy. That's all he's concerned about. Corruption, stealing, theft, how to taint. Okay? That's why the Lord didn't allow you to leave earth. That lie is played out, by the way. That's another huge blow to your pride. You know?
Right. And that's why the scriptures, can you get that for me, Brian? Lord set up bounds that he cannot pass.
Job 14, verse 5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Right, so he has boundaries. And that also just made me think for the other one in Job. Where the Lord says, Job 15:20, the wicked man travaileth with pain all his days, and the number of his years is hidden to the oppressor. So all his days he just stealing, killing, chipping out, raging, foaming at the mouth, and he don't even know that day where his time is up. He knows it's coming up, that's why he's ramping everything up. So much so that even the people in the world admit it. There's that one Edomite, she said, because they said everybody can see that they're low on time, so they're ramping things up. But it's because they're ramping things up, it's evident that you're on low on time. So everybody can see now, like with these data centers. It used to be up to the people's vote, right? They played it off like, yeah, you know, you guys don't want it, down to the council, you ain't say nothing, so we passed it. Now they all going down there well before it happens. And the damn devil's like, well look, we're gonna pass it anyway. Because in actuality, you weren't even supposed to know about it. They was hoping to have everything locked down, right? And then by the time you came out, clock cameras and dedicated centers all over the place. But the Lord put a fork in their plans. So all that disease, all that, and ain't nobody even bought it. Everybody just like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. That's how you gonna talk about some cruise ship, but you ain't got nobody. All the people on the cruise ship ain't got a phone to televise them being sick. That's bullshit, you know? So everything that they planning isn't going according to plan. That's why they just speeding it up. So now Trump just wrote it in play. We need to get these data centers up. People in it was Nashville. They building a big one next to a zoo. But they like, this is gonna hurt the animals and all that. So they signed a petition. They got like over 100,000 people protested, letting it be known we don't want this. The owner came in there and said, we got the land, we're going to build it anyway. So what does that show? People realize that they don't have the time. Why is Esau doing it? Because he don't have the time. His days are hidden with the oppressor. So that's why the Lord said he gonna laugh at him. Because all he know how to do is rage and crash out and chip out.
Out St. Charles County, they got the extra advantage to get, I guess, the legislation out there to ban building data centers.
Revelation 17. That's how many have the word. That's how it was in the beginning. They the original emails. Original emails. Message senders. Even Noah sent out a dove.
They're part of the same family too.
So I believe in those evil days, more than likely the Christ use pigeons to send that message to them. You can't communicate.
This is Isaiah 47 to continue on in verse 8. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given into pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that saith in thy heart, I am none else beside me, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in the one day, the loss of children and widowhoods, they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorcery, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee, and suddenly which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thy enchantments, and with the multitudes of thy sorceries, and wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so, be thou shall be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsel. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, and the monthly prognosticators, and stand up and save thee from these things.
Right.
That shall
Right. So everything that you're saying, yeah, all you damn people got the answers, and you got to get close to with Jesus and all this other shit. And you know, you talk to a woman. She got a PhD in fucking horoscopes, but yeah, but you can't discern the times, okay? And that's what the Lord is telling you. You know, since all you bastards know every goddamn thing, you know, hey, what about all these plagues I'm about to bring? You know, can you survive that? Because only the elect is gonna survive that. Everybody else is gonna be taken by the sword. All right, everybody.
Like that one girl in East St. Louis, she was one of the tarot card readers or whatever. Ended up getting shot by her baby daddy's side bitch or something like that. Baby mom or something like that. Right? You get people readings, you know, trying to figure out where some missing childs is and everything that you couldn't read, that this bitch was finna pull a scrap out on.
Right. Yep.
I remember that.
It's called a live. It was live. You didn't recognize what she was in.
Yeah.
So you go.
Lord created the spirit of vengeance. So the Lord put a spirit on her to find your ass, man.
Yeah.
It's going to show you that when the Lord got it out for you, he going to get you. Ain't no more you can flip over to
Let's see that coming.
Yeah.
And how much more so the right-hand side? You know, when the Lord raised up the hunters, you know, everything that you've done, it can be the smallest minute thing. You know, the minute the Lord remember your ass, and guess what? When the Lord grant us that spiritual power, we gonna roll on a lot of you niggas. You know, and it's gonna be judgment time, and that's pretty much the spirit of the Lord. They got it in for you. Because the scriptures talk about, you know, it's better that your neck, that a millstone was cast on your neck, you cast into a sea.
Right.
And fucking, so you got to think about that. You got a millstone dragging you under the water until you can't even see the surface no more. You just gasping for air and dying. You know what I'm saying? So hey, just think about the terrors that the men of the Lord is going to do to a lot of you wicked ass people out there.
God said he gonna clear his anger.
Yeah.
According to his
And and the reason why the Lord allowed that to happen was because so he can judge those bastards.
Verse 14. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee, with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants. From thy youth they shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee.
Right, yeah, none shall save thee. Because the only people that's going to be saved over here in the western part of the world, even throughout the whole entire planet, because you got brothers that's teaching in London, you got brothers that's teaching in Spain, You got brothers that's teaching in Italy. You got brothers that's teaching in Australia. You got brothers that's teaching in Germany. Okay? You got brothers teaching in Canada. You got brothers everywhere. You know? So yeah, we all gonna have to face tribulation in some form or fashion. But where the main judgment is gonna be is over here in Babylon. You know, because Babylon is, like we've been saying, it's never gonna be inhabited again. You know, it's gonna get hit with thermonuclear fire. You go and get yours, and then we get brother Isaiah on the top. Revelation 17.
This is the book of Revelation 17, starting at the first verse, and it reads, it says, "And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying, Come unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters."
Alright, so the judgment of the great whore, that's talking about America. Alright, keep going.
"With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication."
Right, that goes to her philosophies. You got Moabites, Sodomites, Ammonites, Sodomites. You got Iranian Sodomites. You know, all these different people that come over here and like this is a safe haven to do your wickedness. You know, you got these niggas talking about some. Well, these people, you know, talking about some disturbing my peace. You know, like basically, like what that means is, hey, don't disturb my peace to do wickedness. You know, I want to be, I want to feel comfortable in my sin. That's right.
You have a country on the earth that's known for being having lady boys now.
That's right. Yeah, Thailand. Yep. And where do you think they got that from? They got it from these Babylonians, these Americans.
Thailand need to get moved too. Anybody that's caught in that crossfire, man, that shit need to go.
Anywhere. You got a lot about people that's going to Thailand. Oh yeah, it's real cheap in Thailand. You know, hey, all you American blacks that come over here and build because rent is so cheap and yada 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 yada, right? That's the reason why they had that damn earthquake. Because you know you got a bunch of Jonahs that's trying to run from the judgment of Yahweh Shemiah Shah.
They try to escape the bitterness of Babylon. The Lord like, nah, nigga, I'm bringing plagues wherever you at.
One thing he showed in the video, something about how he left and went over to a word of earthquake, shaking the fuck out of his shit. He on the ground with 18th or something forward, like, yes, he got lifted. That was warning.
Yeah.
The Lord let it be known, like, nigga, you ain't gonna be comfortable no matter where you at. I'ma shake your world.
Jake think he can escape the curses, but you can't escape the curses, man.
You could be in the wilderness somewhere trying to be peaceful. The Lord will still get you, man.
Right. Yeah, you gonna go over there and you gonna try a dog for the first time, or cat, or turtle, or some stupid shit like that. You know, you gonna have dreadlocks and wear a damn Egyptian ankh on your chest. Get the fuck out of here, man.
The Lord got a sense of humor, man. Jake be trying to escape the curses, man. Like I said, Jake could be in the wild somewhere chilling, man. The Lord sent a hornet to come sting your ass, man. He's gonna show you can't get away, man, at all.
Just on that note, Isaiah 24:17. Lord says, "Fear and the pit and the snare are upon thee, O inhabitant of the earth. And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit. And he that cometh out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake." Okay, so you can escape one calamity, you're still gonna fall into another pit. You can make your way out the pit. you're gonna fall right into another snare. You can hide deep underground and the earth won't shake on your ass. Okay? So there is no getting away. If you meant to be judged, you're gonna take one or the other. So you can escape the martial law truth, but you might die to famine. You may escape the famine, but you might die to a wild beast. You may escape the wild beast, and you might die to the sword, a neighbor, a carnivore. And if you happen to escape all of that,
You mean cannibal?
cannibal. Yes, like if you escape all that, here comes a nuclear missile. So ain't no getting away.
And you gotta get around the wild beast too.
Yeah, y'all ever watched it? I watched this movie with what's that dude name? I forget his name. It's Forrest Whitaker. So it's called How It Ends. So that was a post-apocalyptic. Well, not a post-apocalyptic, but an end of the world movie. You know, and just how everything is. And it just ended with them trying to basically outrun the nuke at the end. Like you ain't, bro. There is no ifs, ands, buts. Right. There is no ifs, ands, buts about it, bro. If you don't get picked up by the chariots, your ass is grass. Your ass is missile food. All right, and it doesn't matter if you got food stocked up, you got a bunker with a damn flat screen and a fucking PS5 down there. It don't matter. All right, keep going.
Back in the book of Revelation 17, starting at the 3rd verse, it says, "So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abomination and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and the beast that carrieth her, which had 7 horns, which had 7 heads and 10 horns.
Right, so you got the woman is America, you know, because that basically represents America, and you can say that that's basically like the Statue of Liberty, because you know, she got the lantern in her hand, basically saying like, yes, like this is the light. Yeah, like come to me, I'll show you the way. That's right.
It's an illusion, you know. That's why it's called the American dream, man.
That's right. And you got the 7-headed dragon. That's the EU, the European Union. Okay. Keep going.
Back in Revelation 17, and starting at the 8th verse, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and she shall shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition.
Right. So that the bottomless pit represents Europe. All right. And going into perdition, it just means everlasting damnation. You know, and that's America. Because hey, after America, there is no more Edomite rule or Edomite influence, nothing. Y'all going into hardcore bondage. Yeah. Like you ain't gonna convince people that being a cuck is cool. You ain't gonna convince these women that it's their body, their choice.
It's time for a real man to do the world.
That's right.
Because you ain't a real man. It's weird, man. You got a weirdo ruling the earth where wickedness is promoted, man. It's okay to be a homosexual. It's okay to be who you are, you know? All that shit's gonna be burnt up on this side, man. And that's why the kingdom of heaven to come, order and righteousness is going to be established, man. None of this weird ass shit is following over into the next kingdom, man. Because this kingdom is going to be destroyed because of such wickedness, man.
If you look at the Statue of Liberty, like really look at it, that's a man.
That's a man.
That's a fucking man.
I forgot who it's supposed to be based off of. I think it's Alexandria. Could be wrong, but I know it's a man.
It was a gift by the French, you know, that was given to America. I think it was 1914 when they gave Statue of Liberty to America.
Marking that this is the lady of the New Babylon.
That's right. You keep going.
Back to Revelation 17 and 8, and it says, "And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not, and yet is. And here is the mind which has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth, and there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is yet the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7th, and goeth into perdition."
Right, it's talking about the Roman Empire. You know, basically coming back in a reincarnation. Because these Americans are obsessed with how the Roman Empire was ran. You know, why? Because they're the same people. And they got the same wicked, disgusting mindset that they try to push on the people. You know what I'm saying?
And they had the same building structure, just like we was talking about the Statue of Liberty. If you look at the Roman Empire, they had statues of certain people, man. You know, just as big as the Statue of Liberty, letting you know that this is Rome 2.0, man.
Right. And this fact, the Statue of Liberty came in 1884. So yeah, not the 1900s.
Back in Revelation 17 at the 12th verse it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as of yet, but receive the power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them."
Right, it said the Lamb shall overcome them, man. And there are all these different kingdoms, these European nations. You know, you got Spain, you got Germany, Germania Major, Germania Minor, France, Great Britain, Rome, Greece, right? So you got all these different kingdoms that's gonna try to fight the Lord, and they're gonna fail miserably. All right, and it says what the Lamb shall overcome them. You know, like you people, you can't even deal with just one chariot. Like I heard a brother mention, like, hey, one angel can destroy the whole world.
Remember the account when the angel took out 185,000?
I was just gonna say that.
You know?
Yep.
See that?
185,000 men by himself. You know, that's power, man.
That was light work too.
That's right. And you know, like that was just him with a sword. That wasn't with him in the ship. Keep going. Hey, just imagine, one chariot can destroy the whole damn planet if he wanted to. Yeah.
For he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. And he said unto me, the water which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, and the people, and multitude, and nations, and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
Right, yeah, burn her with fire with those nuclear missiles, man. Right? So the waters that I said, it's all nations. You got every single nation under the sun here. All right, you got the main nation, which is our nation, the nation of Israel, so-called Black Native Americans. You got the Edomites, Moabites, Ammonites, Ishmaelites, Midianites, Canaanites, Jebusites, Gergesites, whatever, man. They all here now about to get their judgment. Okay? Because hey, this is the final showdown. You know, so like this kingdom is literally worst case scenario. All right, there is no future, and they trying to cut all Social Security, and they trying to remove their retirement age back to what, 70? You know, that's crazy. Like your body is pretty much it's hanging on for dear life around what, like age 60? You know, because the scripture talk about what. The Lord only appointed 70 years for men on the earth. Just 70, man. That's literally nothing. You know, especially nowadays when we got GMO foods. We got we had those damn vaccinations that we didn't know what the hell was in it. That all you people that took. You know. All right. And we working 9 to 5s, we gotta pay bills. You know, our stress levels is through the roof. Hey, stress can kill you.
Right.
You know, like being overly stressed out, that can kill you.
Body releases cortisol.
That's right.
You know, all types of hormones in the body are affected.
That's right. And organs. That affects your organs too. All right.
Breathing in, Lord knows what type of toxins these devils done put in the earth.
That's right.
On a daily.
You got these damn devils. They putting estrogen in the water bottles. You know, basically to make your ride smaller, right? Because Esau is jealous of Jake's ride. So you said what now? Right, yeah. Esau jealous of Jake's ride, so he trying to, you know, make it smaller.
Why put you in them tighty whities to confine you since you was a child.
Right.
Right. Revelations. Back in the book of Revelations, chapter 17, and verse 17, it says, "For God's power has put in their hearts to fulfill His will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God ours shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth."
Right, America. You know, simple as that. And yeah, and this place is done, man. All right, this shit is over. Like we literally on borrowed time. Okay, we on borrowed time. Like literally any day now, this kingdom can just crash, and then the world as you know it would cease to exist. Okay, it'd be total anarchy and chaos that's out here in these streets, and that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Right.
You know, that's the reason why they show you in these different movies, Purge, you know, Leave the World Behind, Road, How It Ends, Book of Eli, and all these different movies. You know, they send it a message. Right, it's literally a social program.
Bushwick.
I Am Legend, yeah, all of them. They was conditioning you for these times now.
Independence Day.
Yeah, right. Independence Day too. What's crazy, when I turned my TV on yesterday, the movie that was recommended to watch was Independence Day. July 22nd. What's the first one? Oh yeah,
the second one showed the cherry.
The big old cherry. They always show you in these movies so that you don't think nothing of it. But it's happening, man. It's about to happen, man.
That's right.
Do you remember that Nike commercial?
Oh, yeah.
With Anthony Davis in it? Ishmael was all breaking loose outside, and he in there trying to buy some tennis shoes. And,
UFOs.
you had the chariots lasering things up.
Yeah.
And guess what? They knew enough to have the Israelite foreigners getting beamed up too. That's what stood out to me. Like, oh, we got the speckled bird jakes getting beamed up too. So it's like, yeah, they know. But these people don't know. And they dangle in front of your face like it's a joke, like parody and this and that, but it's a real thing.
Con, this is a precept laying back on what the brother said. It's Salakia for being a little long-winded, but I got to get the point across. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 12, starting at the 22nd verse. And it says, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? Verse 23, it says, tell them, no, therefore, saith the Lord God Power, I will make this proverb to cease, and shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divinations within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord Yahweh, I will speak, and the word shall, and that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, I will say the word.
My mouth said the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Yeah, man, that's exactly what we are doing. We are prophesying the Lord's word, saying they are faithful and true, man. Because every saying will come to pass, man. As Isaiah 55 says, man, it will not come back into the Lord's void, man. Continue on. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity or them trouble thee that speak against thee. We don't give a damn what you people say anymore, because guess what? The party is over, man. A lot of you people are shutting the fuck up now, man, because yeah, because at this point you're just scoffing. You're just scoffing on a low tank, man. Okay, you running out of things to say because it's getting obvious of what's happening, man.
Right.
The books, the scriptures are playing now at this point, man. What else can you scoff at this point, man? At this point, you just trying to cope or something, man. Continue on. It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that's exactly what we are going to see transpiring across the whole world, man, especially here in Babylon, man. Those plagues, man. Verse 6, for wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful, and it says, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Okay? It's coming to a point in time where the Lord is going to be done talking to you. Okay? Especially to you people, man. Especially to you two-thirds, man. Because that's the Lord really showing mercy, man. When he continues, guys, prophesy here to give you the message, and you don't want to take heed to it, man. So the Lord said, what? He gonna cause a famine of the word, take his prophets off the highways and hedges, man. Okay? Where the Lord ain't gonna have us out here no more. Because when that time comes, guess what? That's when all hell gonna be breaking loose, man. Internet gonna be down. Because you ain't gonna listen now. What makes you think you gonna, I mean, come on now. This shit is over with, man. It's over with.
Right. You ain't gonna be able to call your Christian pastor. Y'all have a damn prayer meeting on the phone and shit like that.
The phone's gonna be down.
Or Zoom. And yeah, that's what they was doing in that movie, How It Ends. All the phones and like the electricity and communication, it was all through. You know? So yeah. And you people, you gotta sit with reality. You can't get that dopamine rush, you know, that you get from social media. You know, you women out there posting half naked photos. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like this shit is getting old, man. Alright? Because the main people that fucked up society was you damn women. You know? With this whole feminism shit.
And not complain about the results of it.
Right. And yeah, and this is what you have. You have a bunch of down low men. Alright, marriage at all time low. Right? You on all different type of psych medicine, you know, just completely bugged out and through. You know, you don't have children. You know, if you do have children, you got multiple. You got children by different men. Okay, the Lord, the Lord is gonna visit all of you people for everything that you've done.
A lot of times we're sitting there, they have children, they ain't dealing with them because of, you know, growing up and realizing like, yeah, my mom, what's the fucking problem?
Yeah.
You know?
And that's what happens when you give these women liberty. They always do wickedness. They take shit too far.
They'll never say, well, let me do this righteous thing. No, it's, I can, so I'm going to do it.
Right.
Let's say, on to a plan, so it's the moment to look at this stuff. Right.
Yep.
I'm glad that some of these young lads grow up and realize, see that their mom is a problem, man. You know? And you see how Jake get pissed off at that, man.
Yeah, after age 13, you should already see your mom who she is.
That son still be brainwashed.
Hey,
and they 40 still brainwashed by their mom.
Right. You see.
Right. And then she convinced you that you're the problem. You got a devil on you and all this other shit. Wicked as hell, man. Just like your dad.
I was just getting ready to say that. That's what they tell you. Just like your father.
Yeah.
Yeah, bitch. Shit,
Perfect responsible. He was fucking him.
I'm here.
Alright, can you tell us when you get that Isaiah 14?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1. It reads, "For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. The house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaidens.
Right.
They shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Right.
And they shall rule over their oppressors."
Right, see, here we gonna rule over our oppressors, man. You know, like any nation that is starting off with the nation of Edom. Because, hey, what you did to our people was you took this shit way too far. You took it way too far. Really, you know, you Edomites was trying to get revenge because you had the Byzantine Empire, and then after that, you had the Moors that ruled for damn near 800 years. So that was pretty much what? That was pretty much like damn near like 1,200 years of fucking Jake rule right there. You know, the Byzantine Empire, you know, even though Jake was going off, right? You know, but that was still Jake influence. So you had to basically take it way too far because we had you in bondage.
And let's go to show you when the book of Genesis 27, when the blessings were given out, when Esau said, the days of my father are coming to an end, I will slay my brother Jacob, man. Till to this day, he's in that same spirit to this day. Salakia. That's further proof that they are the Edomites, man. Because look how unfair Jake get treated, man. Okay? Look how you was putting Jake to death, man. You hanging Jake by the ribs while he on fire. You hanging him, ripping babies out the womb. That's you trying to get your revenge, man. Because you a pissed off little nigga, man. You know? But it's okay though, because the Lord said what? The
Lord gonna give us our revenge on it. The Lord is going to revenge us, man. Okay? And the Lord said he's going to use the hands of his people, man.
Right. That's how you know all this is prophetic. Because King David went into the school. The Lord said that they were going to off his neck from us. So yeah, we had them in subjection. They got in the power. We did the same thing. But now the Lord is say, hey, you went above and beyond. These still my people. This the apple of my eye. You treat them a certain way. So you got to pay for it, even though that we brought this on ourselves and the Lord allowed you to. You still was supposed to treat the Lord's people a certain way.
It's like King Darius. Who's King Cyrus.
Yeah, that allow us to treat us fairly. You know?
Yeah, but in the time of, I think it was either Artaxerxes or Darius that stopped the decree of us building. So then that's when they had to go and look into the records and see that we had. Oh man.
But yeah.
Oh man.
Isaiah 14:3, it reads, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage where thou wast made to serve.
Right. So yeah, like all the hard bondage that we were made to serve, man. You know, because we are still in captivity to this day.
Anybody be gone.
Like, you know, working long hours, back hurt, knees hurt, ankles hurt.
They came back.
You know, neck hurt. You know, body hurt, spirit. You know, spirit hurt. This motherfucker steady walking around here, man.
Chickens were mad, man. That's all. A lot of people gone, man. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Watching the reflection.
What?
Oh man, ain't nothing but Satan, man.
Yeah, one time
Well,
they
how
came
much
through
much
and scooped them up.
sluggery up to that old wicked ass, bugged out ass nigga.
Isaiah 14:4, thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? The Lord Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath and in continuous stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindered him. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Losing my concentration. Verse 8, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming, and stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
Right, so yeah, it says, hey, even like the fir trees go break forth into singing because you Edomites are not gonna be in the power. So yeah, all creation is gonna be at rest because you Edomites are constantly oppressing everything that's on the planet. You know, you constantly oppressing creation. You know, so therefore, yeah. So therefore, I keep losing my goddamn concentration, man.
Whoa.
Man, I ain't never seen no shit like that before.
That's wild.
Man, that's wild. That's crazy, man.
Like, ain't no cops somewhere. No, the nigga just went in there to get some damn pork.
Right.
He should be out here fucking patrolling this shit and doing his job. Shit is there, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
This place gotta go, man.
Yeah.
All
Shit.
the more, all the
Yes,
more.
cross police. Go
Keep
ahead.
going, brother.
Alright.
Verse 10.
Take time, brother.
all they that speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy bowels. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didn't weaken the nations?
Right, so Lucifer goes into Illuminati, which means light breaker.
Right.
Okay, illuminate means to enlighten. So now what type of light is Esau Edom bringing? He's bringing that wicked light. You know, he's I think it's second Corinthians. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It says Satan has transformed himself into an angel of light. Yeah, I got it. 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Right? So he's bringing forth this wickedness as if it's the actual way to be. You know, but it's really not. And say anything that's outside of the scriptures destroys you. Right? You die slow in the painful death. You don't live your best life. Right? Like the dude Lil Duval said. I mean, not Lil Duval. Like with the comedian. You know, living your best life. If you're not in these scriptures living underneath the tutelage of Yahweh Shemel Shai, you're not living your best life. Yeah. You're miserable in some form or fashion. Whether you know it or not. You know, because you got a miserable person right now, oh, I feel fine. This nigga, this nigga was in the cycle a month ago. Or this nigga gotta get his damn leg chopped off or some shit like that because of his damn diabetes. Alright? Well, yeah, but you fine. This nigga got kids right now that after 20 years he done learned that the kids wasn't his, but he fine. Fuck out of here, man. Like shit like that don't happen to a man to be how about me on the show. You know? And if it do happen, if a woman do commit adultery and go get kids on you or whatever, you'll immediately go find out. And it ain't gonna be no damn 20 years and you paying child support thinking that these your sons. Hell no. That's right. The Lord don't allow stuff like that to happen to men of the Lord.
Even if that does happen, shit, that woman brought the curse upon herself.
That's right.
And those shit.
That's right. Go ahead.
Verse 13, back in Isaiah 14, verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Right.
Yeah.
So said that I will be like the Most High. Esau Edom, he has a God complex. You know, he's constantly trying to be like the Most High. You know, he's trying to study the elements. He's trying to build the whole particle cauldron to open up a portal. That's what that whole TV show Stranger Things was about. You know,
The mist.
that's right.
They opened that portal up and all them creatures came out of there and started killing the people.
That's right. So yeah, he's trying to do that. You know, and it was actually a portal that opened in Miami at the damn mall. They said it was creatures that was crawling out of the damn portal. You know, are they gonna put that specifically on the news? Hell no. You know, it's people that was recording in there.
They covered it up. Yeah, all the teams was fighting. Why the whole damn force is done for it?
Okay.
That was probably, wasn't even actual police, that's probably some specialized agents.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this devil never can't hide that kind of shit because the scripture do talk about strange, monstrous apparitions, man. You know, those plagues, man. You people don't see those monstrosities, man. That's out there. I don't know if you brothers ever seen that video, Jacob recording the video outside. In the distance, he saw this tall, lanky creature like running in the forest, man. You know?
I don't know that. Yeah, they most definitely out here, man. You're about to see a lot of more apparitions and stuff.
Back in Isaiah 14 and verse 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners?
Right. And yeah, and that's what all the nations are going to say when they look at you. You know, because you was this big, tough, high and mighty. You had all the answers for everything. Your military might was so powerful, right? Now, you're going to go back to your natural caveman, grunting, got a damn...
club.
Yeah.
Mace or what you know, that's what he's going back to, man. You know, the Lord said, what upon thy belly thou should go, man.
Right. Cruise. Man. But, yeah.
Cruise. From Flintstones.
Yeah, I used to work with this damn Edomite, like a damn Flintstone. I used to call him that, too. He used to get hella mad, too. Talking about, nah, man, I look more like Deuce and Ringo. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Go ahead.
Verse 18. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned.
Right, the seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. But after that 1,000 years, there ain't gonna be no more Edomites on the planet. All right, that's gonna be a thing of the past. All right, you know, Edomite walking around with some short shorts and a collared shirt and some sunglasses and some flip flops. You know, that saying, "Hey, buddy," you know, that's gonna be a thing of the past. You know, but meanwhile, that same Edomite, he got child pornography in his damn laptop. You know, he got you know, he got a, you know, he's a cuck. Right? That's right. Doing all matter of wickedness. Keep going.
Verse 22. Said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, said the Lord.
Right. So the Lord he gonna cut off all male Edomites. You know, scripture talk about, the brother was reading that Obadiah. It's Lord willing, you can bring that out again. But there should not be any remaining of the house of Esau. Okay? Because you Edomites, you're gonna be a thing of the past. I mean, don't get me wrong. Hey, we gonna take the fine Edomite women and had them as concubines, and guess what? Our children gonna be Israelites.
Yep.
Right? But after a period of time, you know, everything is gonna go back to being 100% dark. Right? Keep going.
Verse 23, I will also make it a possession for the midterm and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the basin of destruction,
Right.
saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts.
Sweeping with the besom of destruction. You know, because all of y'all are gonna be swept away. You know, like the damn trash that y'all are. Right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you bring that up.
Right, this is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, starting at the 15th verse, getting straight to the point. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
Right.
And can I add, that's the pride of Esau, because they'll read statistics like that, so like we read about the 250 years, but they think they can get around it, they can beat it.
Right.
You know what I mean? They actually think that things they do, and they know what goes around comes around, they know this in the scriptures, but they actually believe that when that time comes, they can escape it. That's everything you see them doing now, them trying to exonerate themselves and really try to put it on Jacob. And say everything that they're guilty of, that, oh, that's what Jacob do. That's what they're doing now. They're
Usual suspects.
yeah, crashing out, tripping out, telling, oh, Jake does this. They molest children at a high rate. They're
Trying to put the blame on Jake.
yeah, basically the things they're guilty of, let me smear it on Jacob, right, and project so that they can escape and get out. But when you read them the statistics that every economy has a decline, the dollar is bound to collapse, you obviously are going to lose your power of the world, on the grip of the world, and they basically like, it ain't going to happen with us. Even though it's happened since the beginning of the time, it ain't going to happen with us. We're going to find a way to get around it, because that's Esau Edom. When you read Cain, right, he murdered his brother because he was rejected, his works were rejected. And even when he was asked about it, he lied about it, and then when he got the judgment, he cried like a little bitch. So he ain't going to own up to the shit. He just going to cry. He going to lie and then cry and say, this ain't right, this ain't fair. So that's how he is now. Everything that he's doing, he's thinking, it ain't going to happen to us. Because believe me, the prophets have been warning him. Even his own economist been warning him. What you do to others, you do know what's going to happen to you. But in his pride, he believes, nah, I'm going to find a way out. You know, we'll just resort to violence and force to maintain everything that we have. As long as we got our military, because at one point the dollar used to be backed by the petrol used to be called a petrodollar. You ask the Edomite today, what's it backed by? They're going to say by our military. So they're showing you that all they believe is force, and that force is their answer. We got violence. One of their politicians said, every society must be governed by force. They say being anti-fascist is anti-fascist, anti-American, or whatever is a form of extremism, right? But when you look up fascism, it's literally centralized power from a damn dictator who controls everything by force. So that's their mindset. So if you come against that, they're gonna say you're anti-fascist. That means you're an extremist. Here it is, fascism is the definition of extremism. But if you're against that, no, you're extreme. You know? So they believe that fascism, that means by way of force, is the way to govern the world. And that's how they're gonna basically get out of being judged, because they'll just threaten their way. You know?
You remember government had Project Looking Glass. You remember that? It's the same thing as what the brother is talking about. They had their specialists look at it to see if there was a way that they could get around the prophecy. And they couldn't. And they got this one dude that was in the military to come back and try to look at it and asked him if there's a way. He told him that the two parables were, if I can use that word, were going to intersect. And there was no way around it. They wanted him to try to find a way around what the prophecy said. And the dude told him straight up, said, no, you can't get around it. Your time is up. It's locked. I just wanted to add that because that's perfect.
It's just like by lock or by live. I wanted you to curse him, and you blessed him 3 times. He said, I can only do what the Lord told me to do.
Back in the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, starting at verse 15, it says, For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
Right, that's talking about all you heathens, man, but specifically you Edomites. You're going to be as though that you not been. All right, America, Greece, Rome, Canada, even the rest of you heathens, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Japan, Okinawa, Japan. You know, all this shit is going to fucking be destroyed. Alright? It's going to have Israelite supremacy. Alright?
I want to keep going if I may. Back in the book of Obadiah 1, starting at the 17th verse, right? And it says, But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessors.
Right.
You see that? And here's the point. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
That's right.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For the Lord Yahweh has spoken it.
That's right.
And that's what the brother bringing out. Okay?
That's right. So yeah, there should be not any remaining of the house of Esau. Okay? That's thus saith the Lord.
Total
Okay.
annihilation.
So how in the hell can somebody say a born out of Edomite or whatever, you know, and say, right, yeah, we gotta work with them and yada yada yada. And the Lord said he gonna literally eradicate their race off the face of the planet. Alright?
How can Esau be done away with if he gotta be erased?
Right.
Okay? That's a crock of bullshit. Okay? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he said Esau gotta go. But there's some people that bring doctrine that says Esau Edom is done away with.
Well, how is that possible if wickedness still rampant?
Come.
Right.
He was gonna bring out that second Ezra. Who was gonna bring out the second Ezra 6 and 9?
Second is a 6 and 20.
I was going to get this out there 34.
Okay. And then we can get that at Ezekiel 35, whatever y'all want to say.
This is the book of Isaiah 34. I'm going to start at verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people, let the earth hear. And all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations.
Right, so the indignation means righteous anger. So the Lord is upon all nations. Because all you nations had a hand in our downfall. Right?
Just like the parable of Lazarus and the rich man. The dogs that licked our swords, you know, that's going into you heathen nations that forwarded our affliction, man.
Right.
You know, while Esau, Edom was already afflicting us, you know, giving us that hard affliction, you heathens came in and afflicted us more. He didn't catch us free.
Capitalizing off our low estate, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you want to be technical, hey, everybody was under the law at one point in time. So yeah, there's a penalty for breaking the law. Hey, even Lot, you know, Lot was a Hebrew. Lot kept the law. You know, and when did it stop? When his sons, you know, right? Noah, you had Ham, you know, shit. Then Canaan, and everybody just went off, man. Everybody,
Except for the line of Shem.
That's right.
You know, that Shem was the holy seed line, man.
That's right.
Like brother read in Obadiah, because thou hast said all nations, because you've all drunk upon my holy mountain. So you've all had a hand They still are. All these heathen know that one avenue to success in Babylon, if you're a heathen, is to take a route and you capitalize off of the captivity of Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. They're all in cahoots together. Okay? If a Hamite come over and set up some BS clothes store, and sell you fake shoes, etc., they ain't gonna tell you how to get that gold. Moab, we already know, they come over here and set up the wig shops and the sushi bars and the defiled rooms and the nail salons, all that. And then you got the Arabs, Ishmael, go over and set up the gas station, the liquor store in the ghetto. They don't go nowhere else. They go to the hood. Right. So they know that a way for us to advance in this society is to go the route where we capitalize off of the downfall of the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans.
Yeah, selling up people all these different types of chemicals, put in their hair, and hey, even the good shit. Like, how in the hell is a damn pick made in China? Like, what the fuck? Like, these damn Moabites don't know shit about Afro hair.
Good thing about it is Jake waking up. The Lord is putting a spirit on Jake to boycott these places, man. Yeah. Moab feeling it for sure. Ishmael about to feel it too. But hey, you heathens you about to put the fork down. You done eating off of our lack of, man, and capitalizing off our affliction, man. You know, Jake is using their spending power with each other, just like y'all do.
And shit, Jake been trying to do that, because like when you go throughout history, you know, where these Edomites are devils, you basically drop bombs on us like right across the river, you know. And when you go further west into Oklahoma, you know, Black Wall Street and all that, you got many other different places as well. You know, Jake was strong. We had our own banks. We had our own communities, our own transportation system. And it was cool. We weren't even fucking with you damn devils.
Capacity. Doing better than them. And, oh, we can't have this.
We're going to show you that this man is the devil, man. Okay? Here it is, we mind our own business. We ain't bothering nobody. This devil looks at it like, you got to stop that. Bring violence upon them, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, yeah, they don't want to work with us, but then they don't want to work without us.
Right.
You know?
They don't want us here, but they like that we work for them. Shit. That don't make no damn sense. You know?
Because they know we're superior.
Yeah.
So they know we can't leave them alone. We've already tried that. In one generation, they'll supersede us. So we have to create a system where we maintain them under us, and we can just
capitalize and exploit,
off of their gifts and make us rich like the tiny hats. They don't have a single gift at anything other than deception. Because they're parasites. You know, and the parasite needs a host. So that's these devils. We ain't got the talent, but we gonna use Jake, and we'll be the ones to we'll make the real money off of them, and they get the crumbs. But that's what these devils had to do, which is an admission that you lost. You lost. You got Edomites going around trying to convince their own women to still deal with them by trying to slander us. Guess what? Jake ain't gotta do that.
No.
But that's because even back in slavery, they knew that their daughters lusted after Jake. That's why, in their goal, their objective is to ensure that their daughters and their pride and joy, if they don't end up with Jake. That's all. Because then it's a blow to their pride. Because then they're admitting that secretly your own women covet after Jake. And what we figuring out today, it's not just Esau, but it's all nations around the world. They all saying if they had their choice, they would want to go with an Israelite. Ain't nobody saying the so-called white man.
It was this video that I was watching of this Edomite chick, and she was a good-looking Edomite chick, but she was mentioning something about how Esau, the Edomite man, was butt-breaking so-called black man, and just to show dominance. And she's basically going in and like, you know how weird and and you know how weird you have to be just to assert dominance over another man, that you gotta bend him over, man. You know, she's basically calling him all kind of names, man. You know, go to show you, man, that Esau Edom, like the scriptures say, lest there be any fornicator as Esau Edom, man. You know, you go to that extent to break a man down, man. That's weird as hell, man.
All they gotta do is come outside with all.
Yeah.
This man gotta talk shit, he gotta lie, sneak, and slander, you know, pay.
He gotta pull up with a Ferrari. You know, Jake just be walking down the street. And women choose him.
Continue on. This is verse 3. Their slain also shall be cast out, their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll, all their hosts shall fall down.
Right, so it says heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll. It goes into what? The mushroom cloud. You know? Yeah, and man, yeah. Brother mentioned a big bang. You know, it's gonna be a big ass bang. You know? But this right, this kingdom, all the wickedness that is done. So yeah, that's the reward. You know? It's getting vaporized. You know?
But the scriptures say, hey, we didn't go unpunished. You think y'all gonna go unpunished?
Right. I mean, honestly, the punishment that we got is really mercy, man. You know? The punishment that Esau Edom gonna get, man, that's the Lord like, hey, I'm gonna destroy your ass, man. And that the thermonuclear destruction just the start of your destruction, man. Because now you're gonna have to do 1,000 years of hardcore slavery. Then after that, you're gonna get vaporized all in all, man. The majority of your family gonna die. It's weird, man. You know? They're gonna be reincarnated just to come back after 1,000 years, just to be ultimately vaporized, man.
Elites will be the first fruits of slavery, and they're gonna bring back these other Edomites back into slavery.
All these billionaires, man, they the first fruits of slavery, man.
Yeah, Donald Trump, his old ass, Putin,
all the Rothschilds, Rockefellers,
Kim Jong-un, all you elites of this society, you know, whether you an Edomite, Moabite, Hamite, whoever, you know, change. You all going into slavery, man. Old and young. All right?
Shit, y'all gonna be dragging the old ones with the chains, man. Why they dead already, man?
You can get Barrios, you're gonna get, you got more on there?
Can't say we lazy.
Okay. You can get Barrios, but they can't.
They gonna be saying they
I
lazy.
was just gonna land back up the point y'all was making about the, you know, the heathen that are among us, right?
Right.
Yeah, you know, they have been able to set up businesses, set up different shops, set up, and to basically profit off of our people, profit off of our ignorance, us being in the lowest state, and, you know, having a, you know, still under that spell that Esau Edom put on us to, you know, we wanted to be close to the heathen, be able to buy from their stores and shops and things like that, right? This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, thou shalt be the tail, right? The head in this kingdom is, you know, chiefly Esau Edom, but you got all of those other nations between them, and then you got us on the tail end, right? Now Jake is realizing, like, hey man, these people, you know, fuck these people, right? They don't have our best interests at heart. All they come into these neighborhoods to do is take advantage of us. You know, we need to do our own thing. We need to start our own businesses for the necessities or the different luxuries and things that we want to use and want to have in our lives. So, you know, we need to provide that for ourselves.
I might add, people will say, well, we should have been doing that. Well, we did been doing that. But, like when the change comes, it oftentimes have to have a catalyst to bring about a change. You know, just on the east side of Centerville, you know, one of them Ishmaelites choked and dragged on a Judite woman, And they do this all the time and get away with it. But it was just something about this time the people wasn't feeling it, man. And they surrounded the store, like hundreds of cars, 2 days, surrounded it. And it's like, they even got Edomites out there, you know, on their behalf to shut this place, shut that place down, you know? So, and not just that, but all around the country, Jakes are promoting Jake businesses. You know, we at the end of this thing, but still it marks that these heathens are going down, man.
And I'm telling you, you know they talk. The fact that you got Moabites making TikToks talking about some, okay, can we relax? that shows you something. They had to come out to make a TikTok to say, hey, can we, you know, relax? Because they pockets getting in. That shows you, and it shows you that it's a shift that's happening. And you know they talk. So the Ishmaelites all paying attention. Is this the day we feared? The day when they realize that we actually need them more than they need us? Like, is that, are we at the end? So now that, hopefully, Lord willing, that shop got to pack up and go, man. Take your ass back to wherever you was. But that just shows that's a victory. I got a quick one on that. It's Isaiah 10 and 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, such as are escaped out of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but they shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. And stay means to rely on. So no longer are we relying on Esau Edom anymore. We're relying on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. In the beginning that Jake started to say, listen, we can do this ourselves, that's one step closer to them going back to the Lord. Because then they saying, what do you think they conversing about? Yeah, we really the chosen people, etc., etc. So that's that shift of us looking away from these heathen and starting to go back to our Lord. And he says, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty Yahweh. So our people go eventually turn back and say, Esau, we don't fucking need you no more. Right? We're going back to our Lord. But what does he do? Well, we'll fire you. We'll let you anti-Semitic, whatever. I don't give a fuck fuck it. And you know, that's really the power. The power is the fear. Like they need you to fear losing your job, not being able to work. They need you to fear that to stop you from, like the Amalekites was talking about, that one woman in Europe who was speaking against, she's a part of the UN, and they boasted how they work around the clock to prevent her from getting a bank account from this. They got her husband demoted. They're like, yeah, but that shows you lost, Esau. You got to hone in and target an individual for calling out the things that you do. So you got to hone in and try to ruin her life. Go after her husband and all that. Guess what? You exhausted all those research for one person. Can you do that to thousands? The answer is no. That's why you know they ain't going to resort to rap and just say, you know what, the hell with it. We're going to bring back the death penalty. That's the only way we're going to make people afraid. But this is that Jacob ain't fearing Esau no more, and not fearing of what he can do. What the fuck can you do? Offer to take his job? Your society going down any damn way. Okay? Jacob find their own way. Because then they started to realize, we don't fucking need you. And that's when Esau hit them like, we lost control, power over.
Right. Yeah, like if, like back in the day, they had the fucking Negro Leagues. Like what happened to the Negro Leagues? You know, they integrated with the regular Major League Baseball. Why? Because they already knew Jake's talent, and people love to see Jake play and do certain things because Jake do things that ain't no other nation do. Even the ABA.
Yeah. So when they had us a slavery, they had the physical chains on us. Now that the physical chains are off, they had to incorporate the system of whitewashing, etc., to make sure those spiritual chains still stay on. But once those break, then what? Esau got nothing. Now he's terrified.
Imagine if every single Israelite player in the NBA stopped playing right now.
That shit gonna crash.
What I would like them to see would be dope. If they go after one more Jake again, the whole team say we ain't playing, and the other team say we ain't playing either. Because the Amalekites think I own you, but really Jake could be like, no, we own you. That's what you gonna do if we fucking stop. You know. So once that, man, when stuff like that start happening, Esau will crack down with violence. Okay? Because his greatest fear is starting to come in reality, where the chains are off. And now you don't know what's gonna happen when you walk down the street and you surrounded by Jacob? Now you don't know. You need that fear upon them to keep so that you can feel safe walking down the neighborhood, just like them Amalekites. Okay, they afraid to leave their gated communities now because they know everywhere they go they're gonna get spotted. So now they like, we need to make laws to make it illegal for you to say something about us. So you see, Esau, like they tell you in the book of Genesis, a fugitive and a vagabond, man. You look those words up, it means they quiver, they're shaking. That's why, like the brothers mentioned, you see Jake all together, what are they doing? When they plot, you gotta go ruin. You know, you always worried about what Jake doing, thinking somebody plotting against you. Why is that unless you're guilty?
Yeah,
Why do you need to change your name? Why you gotta change your name? Why you gotta get nose jobs? Why you gotta have all this protection just so people won't call you out? What? Unless you're guilty of something. You're in hiding. Right? You on the run while we stand boldly.
This shows you that the scriptures are true. Because all this boycott thing started from what? Pride. Moabite man getting online saying you can't survive without buying from us. Jake said, okay, watch this, motherfucker. And it just spread like wildfire. Now Jake's is promoting other Jake's businesses. Like, we don't need these motherfuckers. Oh, now it's, oh, can we just relax? Now, no, you started this shit, and the scripture tell you, pride comes before a fall, man.
Right, because, yeah, hey, shit, do Moab don't sell nothing that no other race in there uses. You know, it's all black haircut products, man.
Pigs and shit.
Pigs, cold.
Afro shit.
Yeah.
Perms.
Right.
Jerry curl juice.
Fucking wave brushes. Shit like that.
They still got the S-curl kits in that shit.
Wave gel and shit. So I ain't going in there about no goddamn wave gel. I don't even do that shit.
Gonna get some boots and keep it going.
Esau walking there, they gonna be like, can I help you?
You must be here for the taxes.
Now they trying to separate themselves too, because the ones that do nails be like, we Vietnamese, we ain't even Chinese, we don't got nothing to do with that.
No, because I met one on the east side, and she showed me a picture of her father. I seen her gold teeth, and she was like, yeah, that's my dad. He was a Jake in the military. I was like, oh, no wonder your ass so lit in here and shit. He had the music playing, and, you know, just cool, but she a Jake, though.
Right. It's beautiful, man. Yeah, our people is all over. So yeah, that's why the Lord, He gonna separate us from amongst you heathens. Because we tired of y'all. Basically, you know, y'all the nations are energy vampires, man. Like the brother mentioned earlier, fucking parasite. You need a host to keep feeding off of, to keep growing. You know?
It's like when everything else fails, you will always like to bring Jake into the conversation the whole time. Jake don't got shit to do with your situation, man. You know? That's exactly what Esau Edom does all the time, man. Just like that damn small hand, the Amalekite woman said, the biggest problem that we face right now is the black youth, man. And we sat up here and watched it. It was like, what the fuck we gotta do with what's going on over there? You know? Go to show you the scripture say, the accuser of thy brother. You know? He's an accuser, man. Like, what we gotta do with you getting bombed, man? You know? Jacob over here don't even know how to do all that, man.
That goes to show you who they really want to get at, right?
Exactly.
The Palestinians and the Lebanese people, that ain't really who they want. That's just part of that Greater Israel project. They really want to get over here and fuck up with you niggas. That's another reason with this American military and IDF merger. That's another reason behind that. They want to be able to get at us.
Yep,
You know?
and we was talking about that, I think it was last camp. When they merge together, guess what? When they come down with that great wrath, what you see happening over there in Gaza, Palestine, they gonna try to do that on Jake, man. You know? That's that great wrath, man.
They definitely gonna try. But it's a reason Amalek is picking on the Palestinians. One, because they're defenseless. Them motherfuckers, they not gonna do nothing. Look, they ain't gonna do shit on this side. When they on anywhere other over there, guess what they're doing? Hiding. Oh, I'll sue you. I'll call the cops. I'll sue you. They only fuck with them because They don't got, Ishmael ain't got the spirit of fight, them Palestinians got the spirit of fight, and they're defenseless. That's it. But that's why over here they we gotta merge, because they ain't gonna do shit. Let them try to come to the Jake neighborhood and pull some shit like that.
Like the Greater Israel Project, it consists of a little bit of Turkey, man. And Turkey already said, like, if you come over here, we're gonna bomb your ass, man. You know? And Turkey already on edge said that they are not to be trusted, man. Yeah. They said that out of their own mouth. They are not to be trusted, man.
They said they're going to war with Turkey afterwards, so that's just gonna fulfill Ezekiel 38. It's gonna happen. And you see how he acted now because he can't even handle Iran. He can't even handle Iran with Persia. And they hold it down on their own. Okay? They can't even handle Lebanon. And what do? They cry to America. America won't use all they got. Help. Okay? Because you're stuck. That's why the Lord got y'all between a rock and a hard place. And you are done. I read this Bible. In Isaiah 19 and 16. And that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, which shaketh over it. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself because of the counsel of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, which he had determined against it. And when you read Micah 5, the Lord tell you that Judah and Ephraim is going to be surrounding these heathen. The difference is they're going to all be in cahoots. It's going to be no more violence, but hey, shalom. Why you got Ishmael over there, you got Elam over there, and they going to be looking like, yeah, y'all know the deal. We together now what you going to do? Israel together is a force not to be reckoned with, man. That's why the Lord had to split us. Simeon and Levi, the Lord had it to where they end up on the same rock. That is not, that's dangerous. So if you a heathen, man, if the Lord could, they gonna fuck some shit up. The Lord had to split us up, break us up, because we are force not to be reckoned with together.
So just imagine.
Inside out.
Imagine when we in the kingdom. You know, and how pissed Jake is at the heathens now, man. Just wait until we get our get back, man. Oh boy, Jake gonna tear some shit up, man. And hey, yeah, definitely gonna get some shit in, man.
Right.
Cause hey, man,
I got a whole list.
And like I said, Judah is gonna be a terror in Egypt, man. It's the time, because you know Southern gotta lead before Northern do anything. So Southern gonna have to do it for the Northern kingdom getting involved, and that's when you really screwed. Okay? Because you had an Edomite woman, the same woman, I think she's a poor actor agent. She was like, I'd rather deal with blacks and Mexicans because at least the black and all that. But what happens when even Jake Southern say, hey man, don't talk about my brother like that. And Issachar like, that's right, did what you got. Now you isolated by yourself, thinking you could pit the two tribes against each other, but instead the two tribes are working together. And just like when we went out to eat, that was a beautiful gathering we had, because you had Issachar in there, and you had Simeon roll up in there. Simeon came over to the table, fellowship with us, and it was just all love. And it's like, that's what we supposed to be. That's a terror to these motherfucking Edomites, man.
Yeah, hey, and that shit is powerful. Yeah, like it says, matter of fact, let me get that precept.
Yeah, man, you Edomites in trouble, man. So as God told me that story, I got so happy, because that show you Jake is not messing around no more. They actually willing to step in and say, hey, hold up, we ain't coming here no more. Matter of fact, shut the motherfucker down. That shows you Jake got power now to say, you ain't opening up again. Okay? Right. So now the damn devil gotta cut his losses, Ishmael, cut his losses, and take your ass back home somewhere. Because if you try to go to another store, Jake gonna be like, hey man, ain't you that? Oh hell, trying to go on TikTok. Hey y'all, this motherfucker right here. And then now, you getting your homeboy shit shut down because you support him. So hey, this is great, man. This is great.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 1. And three things I was beautified and stood up beautiful, both before Yahweh and man. The unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together. Right? So off those three things, it's basically how our nation got jacked up in the first place. You know? But through those three things, that's how we gonna be unified again. Alright? So so yeah, you heathens are in trouble. Hey, they already know that they time up. Alright? There's no more kingdom, man. There's nothing else to look forward to in this place. It's over. Yeah, hey, all the sports is Jacobified. You know, a lot of the history coming out about a lot of the hold on, don't signal. Yeah, a lot of the history coming out, like all the inventions and stuff that made this place great were created by Jake anyway. You know? God, because
God. Verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood, it is made fat with the fatness, and with the bloods of lambs and goats, and the fat of the kidneys of the rams. For Yahweh have a sacrifice and Bosra. And Bosra is talking about America, huh? Okay? Right. Continue on. And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with the blood, and their dust shall be made fat with fatness. For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion.
Right. Yes, sir. It says for the controversy of Zion, man. Cause hey, all you nations are just bullying us, man. You know, you just trying to control the narrative and paint the picture that we the bad guys, so you can feel better about destroying our neighborhoods, destroying our women, you know, destroying our businesses, and on top of that, which is the icing on the cake, destroying our minds, which separates us from Yahweh Shah, giving us Christianity and all these different things to worship. You know, well, guess what? You don't get 2/3, but you ain't gonna get the elect though. All right, don't worry, you don't get to kill some wicked niggas. So, you know, get that sword nice and sharp. But hey, guess what? We gonna avenge. Yahweh Shah is still gonna avenge their blood on you. You know, because that's still the right. So it's no ifs, ands, buts about it. There's no other problem. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that out, speaking about the black invention. Company Thermo King, which is the largest company for refrigerated engines on tractor trailers, right? It was co-founded by a Jake named Frederick McKinley Jones. He was a co-founder of that company he invented the what is it called? He invented the portable automatic refrigeration system for transport trucks, right? So he was the co-founder of that, and he was the inventor of that type of technology. You know, everybody, you get your food and everything on trucks and all of that. Well, Jake is a big part of the reason why your shit is staying fresh through transportation.
Right. It's like the trains. The brother's name was Vladimir. He came up with the lubrication system so that trains can move non-stop. Because prior they would have to go stop, cool it down. He said no, he came up with a way of continual dripping, which later became the foundation of all lubrication. Continuous, so you don't have to stop and go. So the reason trains can even go one trip without stopping, that's on Jake. That's thanks to Jake. The light bulb, his filament was better to where it actually lasts longer.
It was Elijah McCoy that did the lubrication.
Latimer
Lewis Latimer was the filament.
That's right. So we come and we make things better. So that's why you devils got to come in and lie, talking about some Benjamin Franklin. Right. Look, back when I was in school,
the damn key in the sky.
Even the teacher admitted Edomite. I don't think that was right. Of course it wasn't right. That was just your way to look at what I came up with. More than likely, Jake figured that shit out. You just took the credit because that's what you did. Because really, it's all a natural element anyway, and our people know how to deal with the earth and etc. And so all Jake, more than likely, oh man, I got to do this and such. They're like, that's my discovery. You know, that's what Esau do. I discovered that. We discovered America. You know what I'm saying? We came up with that. Fuck out of here. You know?
Yeah, that's why they say when something good is at the real McCoy. That's how that phrase came about.
Scripture tells you, Jacob is the former of all things. The Lord gave us the knowledge, and we the one who bestowed it upon the world. You know, it's what chapter it tells you, give, you know, things that are profitable unto us to a strange nation. And that's kind of what the Lord did, man. Talk the ins and outs of, you know.
They taught the Edomites how to bathe. They the ones that had
irrigation.
Right.
Yeah, the sewer system, all that.
Not light bulbs, but they had the street lights lit. You know what I'm saying? They came from the Moors.
Who were Israelites that just followed Islam, but still they was Jakes.
Joseph, how you think he got up the ranks with the king of Pharaoh? He knew exactly what to do. He got the prophecy, look, it's going to be 7-year famine. Here's what you really should do. You should do this. And he said, you know what, you handle that. And he took care of Daniel, right? They had the little, I think they was, whatever, the diet. Daniel said, no, this is what we're going to eat. And it showed that that his continent was better. He had the knowledge of the food and things like that. We already had it in us, right? Just like the animals, we already have it in us. And that's why everybody looked at us like, That's why the most healthiest diet is, they say, the Mediterranean diet, which goes back to the Middle East, which goes back to our diet, the dietary law. The Mediterranean diet does not contain pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, things of that nature. It pertains to everything that the biblical law says. So that's really our history. The Lord gave us.
Right. Any other closing statements? So with that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash. I want to say Shalom.
Shalom.
And Abba B'Al.
Abba B'Al.